We finally get introduced to the girl with horns after seeing her a couple episodes back, but not really getting to see her face. We finally get to see this character revealed with this week's episode. We come to find out that this character is called Akane, and she is the school principal. So first impressions of her as a character. She's, how can I say this? She fits in the standard, I guess, role as the lolly of the series, because usually when it comes to harems or something, usually a lolly has to be a part of some of these series, so she kind of fits into that type of department when it comes to, you know, Jitsu. But the thing is, about her character, my impressions besides the appearance, she seems to be like a little kid almost. It seems like she's going to be used as a character that's going to be made fun of, because even though she's very old and she's like a great-great-grandmother, she looks like a kid and she acts like a kid in some way. I mean, the way her attitude is with, you know, Yoko in this episode, along with, you know, how she was acting with Candy. I mean, so many different things that kind of represented that she was still mentally a kid. Even though she can be a little bit stern and probably smart as an adult at many times, it seemed like at certain levels, she is kind of still a kid. I'm not gonna say I'm really surprised to see a character like her, because I have seen characters like this a lot, but she was a pretty nice way to spice up this episode, because, I mean, getting to see how, you know, Shirogami now has someone that can compete with her when it comes to certain things makes me a little bit amused, because if you think about it, from previous episodes, from what we have seen of Jitsu, Shirogami has never really gotten mad, so to say. Like, we have a bunch of these girls that get introduced with, you know, their own individual difference that are kind of out of the norm when it comes to human society. Like, I mean, you have it to where the childhood friend had these glasses that can talk, and she's kind of a bitch. We come to find out where the school rep was actually some form of alien robot, and then, you know, the first episode we found out about Shirogami that she is a vampire. So, I mean, finally seeing, now that there's a character introduced that's kind of butting heads with Shirogami, it changes up the dynamic of Jitsu, because, I mean, Shiho and all that was introduced last week's episode, she's kind of like the childhood friend of Shirogami, and they don't really butt heads so much, so to say. And so to see this character, Akane, that's the principal, butting heads with, you know, Shirogami, it definitely adds something different, because, I mean, we haven't really seen this side of Shirogami's personality. We've always seen how she's kind of a dense, klutzy girl. Like, she's like a klutz, and she doesn't really know how to react to certain situations. So seeing her in this situation where she's getting all angry, and then, you know, trying to do sex appeal and different things like that, I was laughing. I was definitely laughing. Definitely one of the most amusing episodes so far, I think, of Jitsu, besides other individual episodes. Like, last week's episode was pretty damn good. I can't deny that. That last week's episode was good with Shiho, but this episode this week was good for a different reason entirely. So yeah, I mean, take it how you leave it. My first impressions of Akane, she's kind of like a child mentally, but she can be stern and adultish when it comes to certain times when her character really needs it. So that's first impressions on her. Episode overall, though, what was the episode about? It was mainly, like I said, introducing Akane as a character, kind of putting her into the series and revealing more information about the principal of the school and how some of these, you know, supernatural beings became a part of the school without any questions raised at all. We also come to find out that the teacher of Kuromine's class is also in on this entire ordeal with vampires to werewolves to, you know, robot alien girls and different things like that. She is aware of that. So, I mean, yeah, episode, good. It kind of built up a little bit more of the focus and behind the scenes of the characters. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, how do you feel about this week's episode? And, yeah, you all have a wonderful day. Please be safe. Chibi out.